In a quiet village, there was a beautiful mansion owned by Mr. Edward, a handsome 35-year-old man, and his wife Elizabeth, a lovely 30-year-old woman. They lived happily with their two children, John, 10 years old, and his younger sister Dorothy, 8. However, their happiness was short-lived. A tragic car accident took the lives of their parents, leaving the children alone in the world. Their only remaining relative was Uncle Bill, a 40-year-old man and the brother of John and Dorothy's father. But he was not a kind guardian. He was greedy, and saw only the grand mansion and the vast fortune the children had inherited. Unable to claim the estate legally, he began searching for a way to get rid of them permanently. One night, Bill summoned an evil sorcerer and revealed his wicked plan. The sorcerer agreed to help, but warned that the curse he would cast would turn the children into werewolves for only 5 years. After that, they would return to their human forms. Bill, blinded by his greed, ignored the details. He just wanted them gone. At midnight, the sorcerer entered the children's room while they were asleep and chanted a dark incantation. Their small bodies trembled, and slowly, they transformed into little wolves with gray fur and frightened eyes. The sudden pain woke them, and they turned to each other in horror and disbelief. Bill wasted no time. He ordered his servants to carry the wolf children deep into the dark forest and abandon them there, where wild beasts and deadly dangers lurked. He was certain that they wouldn't survive, ensuring that the rightful heirs to the mansion would be gone forever. John and Dorothy faced terrifying days in the forest, lost and helpless. Their voices were no longer human, and their small hands had become paws. They were wolves now, driven only by their instincts to survive. One night, exhausted and starving, they were discovered by a pair of sharp, glowing eyes in the darkness. It was Thomas, an old hunter who lived in a small cabin by the lake. He saw the little wolves and, instead of killing them like he would a wild predator, he felt pity for them. They were weak, and there was no aggression in their eyes. He took them into his cabin and decided to care for them. At first, they were scared of him, but he treated them kindly, offering them food and shelter. Over the months, Thomas began to notice that these wolves were unlike any others. They understood his words, reacted strangely to his stories, and tried to communicate in ways no normal wolf would. One night, as he told them a tale about sorcerers and cursed creatures, the wolves' eyes gleamed with an eerie light, as if they comprehended every word. A suspicion formed in his mind. Perhaps these wolves were victims of dark magic. 5 years passed. The wolf children grew strong and fast. On the night of the full moon marking the end of their curse, a sharp pain surged through their bodies. Before Thomas's astonished eyes, they transformed back into their human forms. They were still children, unchanged, since the night they had been cursed. Thomas told them the truth of what had happened, and suddenly their memories returned, of their parents, their home, their treacherous uncle, and the wicked sorcerer. Anger burned in John's heart, and he swore to reclaim what was rightfully theirs. With the hunters' help, John and Dorothy returned to the village. They discovered that Uncle Bill had taken over their mansion, enjoying the stolen wealth. However, the law still recognized John as the rightful heir, and without proof of their deaths, Bill had never been able to fully claim the estate. John, Dorothy, and Thomas went to the judge and revealed everything. An investigation began, and the truth came to light, the magic, the betrayal, and even the servants who had witnessed Bill's cruel deeds. The evil uncle was arrested and sentenced to life in prison. John and Dorothy reclaimed their home, but they were no longer the same children they once were. They had learned the harshness of the world and the cruelty of those closest to them, but they also learned that kindness still existed, like the hunter who had become a father to them over the years. In the end, they lived safely in their mansion, with Thomas as part of their family, always protecting them as he had in the forest. As for Uncle Bill, he spent the rest of his days behind iron bars, paying the price for his greed and wickedness.